Welcome back to another episode of the Creative Shuffle with your hosts, Nyithal, Golda.
And I'm Heidi Odongo.
Well, today we have one of the ADMI alumni. I'll just let him introduce himself furthermore.
Hi guys, my name is Issac Biosse and it's a pleasure to be here once again.
It's a pleasure to have you back. also.
Isaac, okay, so just describe yourself in simple 3 or 4 words.
Um, I am a photojournalist, a humanitarian, and a philanthropist. I think those are the things that would describe me best.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you think it's, or not what do you think, but what is the main responsibility of a photojournalist?
I think or I feel that for me it's telling the stories with honesty, with a touch of humanity to it, and basically, like for me, it's just telling the truth in every story that I get to tell each and every time when I'm out shooting or doing an assignment.
How so you tell stories through pictures. So how do you develop contacts for your stories?
Funny thing is, um, your character or personality plays a big role in trying to get contacts. You get. For me, I'm a very social person, and it's easy for me to make friends. And when I get a story or I want to cover something, I look for people or go to the ground. Like let's say I want to cover like extraordinary women doing things in the community or society. I like just go to Mama Mboga and pretty much buy skuma, start talking. You get. Then when we create that rapport, then like ask her if she feels okay to tell her story.
Yeah.
So pretty much that's it.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
So as a photojournalist, what difficulties have you encountered ever since you started your journey?
Wow. I think choosing to do like let's just take it down to just being a photographer.
Yeah.
And being a creative in Kenya, specifically Nairobi, it's not easy because getting jobs and you really need to be really good at what you do.
Yeah.
And like master your craft. One is creating a name for yourself, building your brand, getting clients for your work, consistency, discipline. Those are things that, especially when you're working for yourself, crazy.
So I believe everyone has a role model and they have their own particular reason why they have a role model. So who is your role model and why is that particular person your role model?
Um, my role model has to be a photojournalist called Daniel Irungu. I met Daniel here at ADMI.
Okay.
We were introduced to him by one of our lecturers called Lamek. So he came to tell his stories. I was like, I really wanted to do news photography, but I didn't know how to get into that field. So he came, showed us his pictures, and I was like, damn, this is what I want to do. Because he showed us pictures of the Garissa attack, and it's like, these are the kind of stories that I'd want to tell or images that I'd want to take. So for him, why I really love him as a person is he he comes to me like a friend. You get, more than just a mentor or anything. Like
Yeah.
you can have basic conversations
Yeah.
from life struggles to business to just daily life issues. Yeah.
Okay. So what kind of stories do you like to document through the pictures you take?
I think with photojournalism, it's very broad. Get.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like fix yourself into doing one thing. I I love shooting concerts. Um, but in the humanitarian aspect, I love going deep into the remote areas and telling stories that people didn't get to hear. You get. Um, there's this time I had gone to Kajiado, and funny thing is just seeing how people live there makes you appreciate the little things that you have. I got into a like a Manyata in the 21st century, and I was like, I couldn't see anything. It was too much smoke. It was dark. Like I came out there, just left a different person because it's like, hey, I'm here complaining about Sijabai Air Force, Sijabai, you get. And then there are people, oh my God, as in those are the kind of stories that make me want to tell stories over and over again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you like shooting for concerts. So are there any concerts you've been, you've shot for maybe?
Yeah, lots. Should I flex or should I what do
Just
you want
flex
to
it. Just flex it. Flex all
I
of
want to
it.
be humble about this, but the first concert I ever shot was Mr. Easy's concert. And I think that opened many doors for me. It was like actually I did it for pro bono, and I was like, I really wanted to shoot concerts, but I had never gotten a chance to shoot. So I spoke to one of the photographers. I was like, you just come and you do your thing. Now, like I took the pictures and shared them online. Then later saw Mr. Easy reposting them and even asking for permission to use my images. So then after that came
Wait. Hold up.
wait,
Mr.
what?
Easy asked you for permission.
Yeah, the management.
What?
So how did you
Ladies and
feel?
gentlemen,
I
we're
feel like it's
making
an
it out
accomplishment,
here.
like a huge one in it.
You told me to flex, relax.
All right,
We're
keep on
sorry.
flexing. Keep
No,
on.
because like there are
We're sorry.
rights to using people's work, you get. And it was like at that time I wasn't like I want cash or anything. That recognition was enough for me. I was like, what?
That's it.
Mr. Easy,
It's a wrap.
chang. So I was like super happy about it. Then after that, I got other gigs. I got to shoot Chronics while he was in Kenya. You guys know Chronics, yeah?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I got to shoot Chronics, Casper New West, Rick Ross, Kerry Hilson, Bobby Valentino, Jacua, Chris Martin.
Hey,
Wow,
slow down,
wow,
slow
wow.
down,
Okay.
slow down.
Right,
For
right.
real, you should slow down.
Yeah. I don't know. Tarrus Riley, Etana.
What?
I feel like you've even forgotten some of them.
Yeah,
You've been to
Wow.
many.
yeah. I'm sure. Like I love shooting concerts because I love music, and music makes me. I like shooting moments. I love like shooting. Like when I'm shooting fashion photography, it's more smile.
Yeah.
Ka hivi, you get.
Yes.
But when I'm shooting moments or like when I'm in the field, I don't expect to shoot like someone flying out of a car or anything, or someone throwing stones. So that's what makes me happy.
And that's really good.
Yeah.
So, apart from the types of photographies you've mentioned and you've talked about, what other type of photography are you specialize in, or you do it maybe just for fun or as part time?
Pattern. Yeah. Okay. There's like as a photographer, there are things that you do for passion and others you do for money. So at times I do product photography. There are restaurants that I shoot for. What else have I done? I've mentioned products, restaurants. I've done beauty shots.
Wow.
Yeah, so pretty much that's it. Beauty shots I learned it during quarantine period. Like
Okay.
there was a lot of time to do nothing.
So do you have a long term goal?
Wow, Golda.
What?
Pretty much like people would look at me. People would look at me, and they'd be like, "Oh, you've accomplished this and that." And like I had mentioned earlier, I had said that my biggest achievement is the next one. You get, and I'm always looking forward to something better. You get, and long-term goal. I feel like I want to build an agency where other photographers can learn from me and also take their skills and also share it with the world. Like just become a charmer. You teach someone, then your turn comes and you become a better person. You teach someone else. Yeah. Or
That's
maybe
great.
yeah, the agency I'd like it to have a studio for guys to learn. Yeah.
That's so thoughtful of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, Are there any skills that you personally have that have made you feel like you're really fit for the career that you have? Is there any new skill that you have?
I feel like while growing up, I was super shy. So, long story short, I was fat. So I was fat, and you see, like when you're growing up, people would like pick up on you, and that made me super shy. And I think photography gave me a reason to come out in the world with a purpose. You get? It was like now I'd hide behind the camera. I was like, because I really wanted to be a news anchor. You get? I wanted to read news, but guys kept killing my esteem. Like, you know what? Let me just do this behind the camera. So with time, I learned how to approach people. It takes me like very few minutes to relate with someone. I just give myself 2 minutes. If you don't click or vibe, that's it. We can't
That's it,
vibe.
it's done.
Yeah. So I think my social skills are on point. I think can't beat me at that.
Definitely.
What else? I think I've also been super open-minded because, like, while trying the business of photography, which is a separate thing, um, there are the high times and low times. Like the times, like to be honest, like you're super broke, you don't even have cash, and teaching you how to generate income again for business and investing into equipment. You get, so it's something that I'm really enjoying, especially being a young photographer and looking like towards the journey that I've come. I'm like, I keep learning day in day out. You get, so that's it. Just open mindedness.
Every day something new.
Exactly.
And now that you've said that you're a young photographer,
Yeah.
what's your greatest accomplishment?
Wow. Really.
Yes.
I think everyone knows this, but the CNN feature and the Reuters Wall Street Journal like gave me that platform to. I always go back to it. Okay, I've done a lot of things, but that was like my first love. You get? I can't forget about it because that
Yes.
set me up for all this. Because I was like, with that, because like I was doing this out of passion, and one morning I wake up, my pictures are in the newspaper, they're on international media. I start crying. At that time, I was doing my internship. So, like, there's this lady who texted me on WhatsApp, like, look at this. I hadn't even seen it. Yo,
Greatest achievement of
I
all
was
time.
like, nimetoka ADMI too juicy. And, wow, as in it,
Like it was something huge.
what?
I mean, like pictures actually appearing on the newspapers
Newspapers and
CNN.
And then, like, you see, people had been following my journey on it because I was just taking pictures, posting them on Facebook. So it's like, and yeah, God comes through for his people. Look at, because the level of consistency. Because, like, man, I've been tear gassed, I've been stones, and I'm like, I'm just going there. Like, this time, um, I was paid while I was doing my internship. I just went and got a gas mask, knee guards, and shoulder. Because, like, it's hectic. At times you're running, you fall down.
Yes.
Like, worst, like this time, I was in Donholm, and there was a rally, a NASA rally, and they are not supposed to hold that rally, and Kina Raila, blah blah blah. So I didn't have anything. I was like super naive. I was like, I don't know, this water, whatever the police use. Like, while they were spraying it, as
The
in,
pressure.
it came to my face. That thing
Ouch.
is hot.
Yikes.
You've like. So I learned to like also carry milk because of tear gas.
So in short, you carry every single gear
Yeah.
wherever you go.
Yeah, and
In
even
case of ADMI.
yeah, and even pepper spray because you don't know who you meet. There are thieves in the crowds.
That
So you
is true.
So those are the risks that you encounter. in the
Okay.
field.
And now let me ask you, if you weren't a photojournalist, what would you be doing?
A dancer.
Wow.
You know to dance.
You didn't come with me. You don't know me.
Well,
Wow,
you
ladies
don't-
and
you don't-
gentlemen,
you
we
don't
have
look
a
like one.
dancer.
I think the fact that I love music, dancing has to
True.
Come in between.
come in between. Yeah, I love dancing. either music or dancing. But if I wasn't dancing, I'd also either go into music production. Yeah.
Okay, and so do you have any advice for any upcoming youth for the media industry?
Um, as an upcoming youth
Yes.
in the field, I feel like we really need to be patient, especially in our generation. You call the microwave generation, where we want things to happen chap chap. You get,
Yeah.
there needs to be a lot of patience, consistency, and discipline. Because, like now, I work for myself. You get, and if I know I don't share my work or content, that's it for me. I won't get like money for rent, money for food. You get, like you also have people who look up to you, like sisters who school fees and stuff. You get, so if I don't put that effort and expect things to come my way, it won't come. Like I have to go like hustle and meet
True.
clients, go for meetings, um, send mails, and others fail, and that's part of life. Like learning how to doesn't mean that when those things don't come your way, you are a failure. Um, part of this conversation is most young people also going into depression because things are not happening
Yeah.
as they want and feeling like they haven't achieved. Like you have a very long way to do things. Doesn't mean that like you have a long way so that you should be like idle, but put in the work, as in it all pays in the end. Get, because like for me, I worked like with people like Pinky Gelani. You get, these are people I grew up listening to, but with a level of consistency. I never thought that I'd work with these people or get to meet radio presenters. You get, or influencers.
Yeah.
It just takes time. Just put in the effort, keep pushing, keep sharing your content, telling your truth, day in, day out. You get, shining your light and being a good person. You get, so just putting in the effort. Trust me, like it all pays in the end. I've seen that because there are days on God, like I've been super broke, and out of nowhere someone saw my work and were like, I want to work with you for a project that runs for 3 months. At this point I was like thinking like no one loves my work, no one appreciates my
There's
work.
always that one point that
Exactly,
just
then you
always
have work
happens.
for 3 months, like you get, so what if I'd given up or say like become impatient and stop sharing my content? You get, so let's just keep pushing.
All right.
Yeah.
And I have seen one of your few works,
Yeah.
and guys, it's pretty amazing
Machocha.
how Isaac actually takes really good pictures. And I saw in one of your portfolios you have a foundation.
Yeah.
Okay, please speak
um
about it.
I I love doing charity work, and that started like way back when I used to see my mom, like during Christmas or on holidays. She would like cook. She used to have a restaurant, so she would cook and give to the street families. So like I really took up that, so, but I didn't have the opportunity or platform to do it. So while I was in high school, I was like, let's try and do something. So like I was in Form 4, so I was like, guys, let's try and be a different group. You get, so a different kind of Form 4. So
Yeah.
instead of burning books and sets and pencils, let's collect them and give it to a nearby school. So that started. So I think that still runs up to date. Like once the Form 4s are done, they take the, because that school it's in Juja and it's so rural, and most of them even can't afford these things. So the top students get awarded, and if it's in surplus, everyone gets it. So with that, now I took it up after high school to start monthly charity events to support street families. Like I think there was a time we came as a class here in ADMI and did something for the street families, and that has been running. For now, I have been like, I've channeled my energy into photography, but since it's also my birthday month, I have to like also do it. So from next week, I have to like do a weekly thing for the less fortunate, either go to a children's home or try and supply food or volunteer at a home. But when my birthday comes, I have to like do something.
So it's sort of like a tradition.
Yeah, it's in me. Like for me, I am more of a humanitarian than a photographer. Then
Yes.
mixing photography and it's just a sweet combo, a combi kama chapo smoky.
Smoocher.
Smocha, yeah. So that's it. But I have like supportive friends who've held my back since high school.
Right.
We're not as active, but like now it's more meaningful. You get Kitambo used to be so many, like used to be around 180 high schoolers, students in campus. But now it's more meaningful and more impactful. You get more real life stories of people who've come from the street, have gone to rehabilitation centers, and now they're reformed and they're also like hustling and making money. So those are like success stories for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's such a good thing to actually help somebody, because even you, deep in your heart, you know, at least I've helped somebody, and it's such a relief.
Yeah,
It's
true.
really
And,
relief.
and it comes from a point that people have also come through for me, you get, and also being a blessing to others.
True. It
And-
all comes
Yeah,
back to
exactly. You get.
yes. Okay. And on the final question, so you as a creative,
Yeah.
how are you surviving during this COVID period? Because I know there are so many creatives out there, they like the businesses have shut down, or there are no more gigs, there's no more concerts, you know, the ones that you like going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you surviving?
True story is COVID like really hit me bad because we weren't expecting it.
Right.
Right. And you're like, 'cause like weeks before the first case of corona, I had gigs like just lined up. I knew like Feb in Akaiwi, March looks like this. Get June there'll be someone who's coming for a concert. I was like, I knew I'd have cash or didn't have savings. I was like, money will come. You get
Yeah. One way or another.
yes.
Okay.
Corona happened and I didn't have anything. Like, how am I going to pay rent? How am I going to survive? How am I going to buy food? Lockdown. Jesus
Is this
Christ.
too much?
Well, just too much. I think it got to a point I almost got into depression. So true story, I started a smoky business during
Wow.
during the corona period. We ran with it for like 3 or 4 months. Now we gave it to someone to we employed someone
Run
to
it
run
for
it.
you.
So like when I'm here I'm still making money.
Right.
You know, like but on a serious note, it was a very tough season. But I think with the lessons that came with it, I think I learned more to do with retouching images, which I didn't know back then because I was like also learned a lot some of the video skills you get. So that also has made me like during this time when at least the economy is open again, get a certain kind of clients. You get beauty shots and stuff. So it's not been easy going back to where I was back then, but still hopeful for better days. You get it's not easy. Let me just be honest, but we'll get there for brighter days.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you ever feel like at some point in your life, do you ever feel like you want to give up on something?
Yeah, like yesterday, I so on Thursdays I try and reach out to clients and either know what I'm going to do the following week or follow up on payments. So trying to call people, they're not picking up my calls. So I was like super frustrated. I was like, this photography thing is not meant for me. I'm telling you something that happened yesterday. So I'm like, just start having these conversations over and over again. It's depressing, it's tiring. Choke, suffocate. So I was like, you know what? I need to do something else. But just looking back, sat down, prayed, and I was like, what's the point of giving up? And I've come so far.
This
And
far.
there are people who've invested in me, people who pray for me, people who have taken up photography because of me. You get people who've been inspired by my works. Like, so why do I have to give up? So woke up, started editing pictures, and That's it. I think going back to what I love doing just gives me the energy.
So in short, the people who believe in you and you believing in yourself, coming all the way along, it's what motivates you to
Yeah.
get back and do what you love
Yeah,
doing.
like what's the point of giving up? Like, what was the reason, like, for me to have those sleepless nights, going to concerts without being paid? Okay, going for concerts and while being paid, being rained on, being tear gassed, like, Jesus Christ.
Got through too much.
For just a mood that will last for like 30 minutes. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have a short challenge. It's sort of a game, so Heidi will lead on that.
I don't like games.
I hope
No,
you're prepared,
you
by
should
the way.
love games.
I don't like games.
All right, so this challenge, we're going to call it the Whisper Challenge.
All right.
And you have a set of headphones with you.
Yep.
So you're going to plug in to your phone and wait, I tell you.
I
And
see.
then-
So relax.
Yeah. And then you play music as loud as you can.
Mhm.
And then we will try and tell you a sentence.
Okay.
And you have to say what we're saying.
Okay. Is there a prize for this game?
No,
I'm
there's
very
no prize.
competitive.
Just for fun.
For fun.
Yeah.
No.
Just for fun.
I am past that age.
Yeah, so we start. I'm just going to give you a sentence, and
All
then
right.
you're going to tell me what I've told you.
Okay. So should I like play the
Yeah,
song?
play
Yeah.
the music.
Okay.
It's as loud as it can.
So you'll give me a cue when you're saying something, or you'll do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
This is gonna be fun.
Are you ready?
You know you're holding a position that I used to hold in this school. So relax. I'm your senior.
Aya, sawa.
Okay. So I should play the song.
Yes,
Okay.
please. Are you ready?
Uh,
Yeah. Are you ready?
Am I ready?
Oh wow.
You did good. Okay. What is your name?
What is my name? You're
Wow.
making this easy.
Okay.
Well, you're giving him simple stuff.
The ball is in your court.
The
ball is in your court.
the policing school.
The ball is in your court.
Politicals.
Okay, let's do it again. The ball is in your court.
The Paul.
The ball is in.
I don't love this game.
Okay. I am a photographer.
I'm a photographer.
Okay.
Wow.
It's really nice to meet you. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's really nice to meet you.
Pass.
How tall are you?
How old am I?
How tall are you?
How tall am I? 6 feet.
I like watching SpongeBob SquarePants.
Acha kunichezea akili. What are
I,
you saying?
I like watching SpongeBob SquarePants.
Question papers.
I like watching SpongeBob SquarePants.
Pass.
Okay. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with me? Yeah?
Okay. Last question.
Last question.
Yes.
It's so active.
Yes. Cut corners.
You said last question, I should remove this, or
No.
are you still doing this?
Last thing. The last
Oh,
one.
cool.
Cut corners.
Am I?
Cut corners. Cut corners.
Am I honest?
Wow.
No. No. Cut corners. Cut.
Class?
Cut.
Gas.
Cut.
Well, that was
What are
really
you saying?
funny.
What are you saying?
Cut corners.
Cut corners.
Anyway, guys, that was it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much, Isaac, for.
I had so much fun. You guys
Yes.
I should come here.
You should come here again,
Yeah?
please.
This was fun.
Yeah, and do you mind giving out people your social media handles?
Issac Biosse everywhere. Isaac ISAAC Biose, Biose.
And do you like have a place where people can see your
Yeah.
foundation?
Yeah, for the foundation, it's Aboki Foundation. For photography, it's Biose Photography. Then my personal ones where you can see my dancing challenges, me shaking my waist. I'm a
Okay.
badass.
Wow.
Yeah. it's Issac Biosse. Yeah.
I wish you could just sample us, but I guess we're out of time.
Yeah, we
Mtafika
really
bei.
Guy. Tutafika tu.
Nione Instagram.
Sawa, tutakutafuta.
It's been fun. I hope this goes and have more superstars here.
Yes, we're hoping to invite you again. Ain't that right, Golda?
Thank
It
you
is
so much.
right.
It was fun. What that?
Sawa. Anyway, it's a wrap, guys. See you and have a great weekend.
Bye.